I fell in love with you when you played the Gladiator, in which basically you were playing a mother trying to protect, of course in a different way, trying to protect her son. Can you compare in some way that character with Hippolyta?
I mean, people inevitably do. But I think that there's a big difference between Hippolyta and Lucilla. Lucilla was not able to actually determine events in her life, whereas Hippolyta is a queen. She is a ruler and she is a warrior. So unlike Lucilla, Hippolyta has a lot of personal power. And I wanted to be sure that I brought that into Hippolyta. That yes, you saw the mother, but also you saw the mother who was scheming, a mother who's even ready to scheme anything to protect her child. But on the other hand, you know, one of the most important parts of Hippolyta is almost her physicality. The way she, you know, actually is a warrior queen on that horse. And that was really where I also put like a lot of my energies was in creating that physical experience of Hippolyta.
So talking about this, which has been for you the most challenging scene to shoot, not only in a physical way, but also in an emotional way in this movie?
The most emotional scene for me is the moment when I have to let go of my daughter. I want to be hard on her and be angry at her for going against my wishes. But on the other hand, I also want to be sure that when she leaves, that she knows that she is the most important person in my life. I think that that scene was very, very strong. It was a very well-written scene. It's very strong as a scene. And then there are all of the gorgeous scenes of Wonder Woman as a child, where I get to just gallivant around this extraordinary place and places where we shot it, and show a truly enchanted world of women. And I think that that is, I mean, I almost want more when I see the film, you know, because it's just so enchanted looking, this world. I want to know more about, you know, how they're living and what are the intricacies of that kind of culture.
I also was struck by the confrontational scene between Hippolyta and Antiope. How did you work in order with Robert Wright in order to find, you know, the right balance between two very strong women in some way and to show these different personalities?
Well, we're dealing with a conundrum. You know, on the one hand, the less strong she is, or you know, Diana, and the less she knows, the safer she is. But if we don't prepare her, is Antiope's point of view, for what lies in store for her, then she's going to be defenseless. And so it's a conundrum. Yeah. And that's the conundrum where we're just expressing those two equivalent points of view.
Even if it's a period movie, I think Wonder Woman really addresses some contemporary issues. It can talk to our contemporary about something that's really wrong in our world. What would you like the audience, especially the female audience, will grab watching this movie?
I would like them to really pay attention to the moment when Diana arrives in London. She has the strength and she is truly a fully fledged person. She's allowed to be a true woman, a true human. And what you see is a world in which women are not. She enters into a world where women have internalized that power setup. And that comes at a huge cost of their ability to lead themselves. What you see is when we give a woman like Diana the right to truly be a fully fledged human being with her own sense of self, that is not diminished by a power situation that says she's not allowed to have power or hold power. Well, all the young women out there, I hope that they internalize that and not a world that will not give them power.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Coming back to Hippolyta, is there anything in this character in which in some way you could put something of yourself or relate something of your own personality?
Yes, My brothers will tell you that it comes very natural to me to play Hippolyta. And my children, too, will tell you that I am fiercely protective of them. And if anything, I coddle them a little bit too much, and they know it. But I am also exacting. I do have very high standards, and I have a very strong work ethic as well, and I am adamant that that work ethic gets passed from my father and on to them through me. And so they will recognize that too in Hippolyta.